Well, Gareth, great to see you. And what a backdrop we've got here. Just tell us a bit about where we are and what we can see behind us.
Hi, Cole. So we're at the In-Comm Training Academy, Telford. We moved here from Bridge North. We formally opened in January 2023. And behind you can see a raft of advanced engineering technology equipment, which ranges from manual machining through to CNC, robotics, automation, metrology, CAD, etc.
All training apprentices or lots of other different things as well?
No, we offer a range of different elements. Majority is apprenticeships in engineering, manufacturing. We cover leadership and management, health and safety, quality, continuous improvement. But we also do a lot of upskilling courses as well for the local industry.
And of course, you said you've been in Telford now for about 12 months. I mean, you've got other bases around the region as well, haven't you?
Yeah, our homeland originally was in Aldridge, which is part of the Black Country in Warsaw. But we wanted to move over here some years ago to join forces with the rest of the educational establishments here to service the local industrial need. We call it the North Marches Industrial Epicentre.
Excellent. There's definitely an epicentre here. There's so much more. First time I've driven down this road actually for a couple of years, and there's so many more companies. You were all on your own when you first came here, weren't you? You've got a lot of neighbours now.
And there's a lot of companies growing on the T54 here. You've got Magna, Filtermist, Taurus. There's a new premises being built next door. So yeah, this industrial park is growing and attracting some great organisations to the region.
So it's great to have you on board with the Shropshire Telford and Wrekin Apprenticeship Awards, sponsoring our engineering category. Why was it important for you to get on board with this then?
As soon as you asked Carl, it was a no-brainer. We were yes from the get-go, really. It's servicing a gap within this region that's unique, independent, to be able to celebrate the sector. I mean, apprenticeships are so important. I think we've seen over the last 10, 15 years that industry's really engaged in apprenticeships. There's been a big focus with the apprenticeship reforms, and it adds real value to the learner and the companies to create true competence in individuals, which is knowledge and experience, employing what you're learning, earning from day one, and really getting stuck into the industry that you've chosen to have a career in. And engineering manufacturing is a fantastic career, and obviously celebrating that in the region, there's no better place to be.
There's so many different ways to get into the sector now, though, isn't there? I mean, back when I was at school, you had a couple of routes, but now you can come at this from all sorts of different ways, can't you?
Yeah, and all different levels. We look at A levels, GCSEs, swaps, boot camps, apprenticeships, BTECs, degrees, universities. There's that many different ranges of opportunity to access this fantastic sector now. It's untrue. There is a slight disparity between national strategy and regional strategy, especially through devolution with organisations such as what was the LEPS, now the West Mids Combined Authority, and so on. But devolution is a good thing because it's be able to be reactive to local needs and in local ways. So there is lots of opportunity out there for people to get involved in this great sector.
And you've got to sell what you do then, I guess, to two different markets. There's the potential apprentices themselves, and then there's employers that you need to explain to them the benefits of using apprenticeships.
We work with organisations, we build relationships, we meet them on a regular basis to discuss their sustainability and growth strategies. So it's all about today's sustainability and tomorrow's growth. Obviously in recent years as well, it was about survival. From the arsenal of products and services that we offer, we work with organisations and tailor their offering to their needs. But we've got a STEM engagement activity group now going that's sponsored by employers as well. And we're working with youngsters as young as 5 or 6. And we also, everything up through to primary school, through into secondary school, but we also educate teachers and parents. So we hold courses and awareness sessions, taster sessions for those as well, because they're influencers. And we want to ensure obviously not everybody's going to want to come into this sector, but we want to ensure everybody's educated enough to make the best guesstimate of their career choice that they want to go into.
What sort of skills then make a perfect apprentice? Is that possible? Is it possible to say?
That's a big question. If we strip that back down, I'm going to say behaviours and attitudes. Behaviours, attitudes, and love for your chosen career pathway. And I think if you've got those three things, the rest will fall out naturally because they'll be engaged.
I mean, that goes for any career, whether it's apprenticeship or not, doesn't it? If you love what
Exactly.
you do it better and you're more committed, aren't
Exactly.
you? So.
Yeah.
Now, for the last few years, you've been carrying out this survey, haven't you? Your barometer, which sort of looks at trends and feelings and concerns and opportunities in the market. And the latest one's just come out, isn't it? What came out of that one? Anything particularly interesting or surprising for you?
Yeah, we had some interesting pieces this time. We do it annually. We surveyed 120 companies, anything from OEM to micro businesses. So some outstanding facts this were that 73% of companies said that their training budgets weren't affected by inflation. So the pressures that we're feeling financially, they still had to wanted to conduct their training activities. That said, aligned to apprenticeships, organisations that responded to take on apprenticeships this year has actually fallen, which is quite a worrying scenario. But when you look at that in terms of what we're doing now and in celebrating apprenticeships, awareness is even more better. But it is a reflection, I think, of where the market's at currently, on especially taking on new people. And the other one was the focus around 40% of organisations didn't think there was enough government support to fund modularised training. And modularised training is needed at the moment because of how tight workforces are and capacity. They need that education in bite-sized chunks.
So they want shorter courses, boot camps, short, sharp things they can dip in and out of, really, then?
Exactly that. And higher technical qualifications, the new level 4 that's replacing the HNC, which we start delivering in September. You can unitise that now. So we've actually got funding to be able to, if you wanted to do a level 4 piece on CAD/CAM, you could come and specifically do that. And it doesn't mean then you can go on and not gain the whole qualification. You can actually pick up credits along that way. So yeah, the other thing around the barometer this time as well was the artificial intelligence and Industry 4.0. So Industry 4.0 engagement is ramping up every year. Digitisation, data is the new gold, as it were, and AI is still very much on an early adopter level, very much for administrative or back office software points of view.
For the time being,
at least. For the time being, it's definitely going to come. We know it's going to come, but what level of impact that will have on the engineering manufacturing sector is still yet to be known, because can you talk to a piece of software and say design X, Y or Z, and then all of a sudden you've got the design there? Well,
in a couple of years' time, Gareth, we might be able to do this interview without even being here.
Yeah.
What's the general feeling in this sector about AI? Are people nervous about it? Are they excited? Do they want to embrace it, do you think?
I've sat on a couple of round tables of late, the latest one at Warwick Manufacturing Group and partnership with Crowe Clark, and everybody's aware of it, but nobody's really aware to the extent that it's going to add value to either the design processes or the manufacturing processes. So Industry 4.0 is very much around getting the data and analysing data, as where AI is around making artificial decisions. So you've also, now that we've generated the data, is how we can sort of use AI to make those decisions more effectively.
Yeah, it's overlapping it all, isn't it, really? Where it doesn't run you, but you run it, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
You mentioned politics a little bit, the government earlier. Of course, as we sit here at the moment, the election campaign is underway. Yeah. Do you have to be aware of what might be coming around the corner with a new government, a change of government, different policies? Or
we do. Anybody that's in the educational world will know that we have many stakeholders, DFE, Ofsted, the ESFA, and we have to adhere to many rules and regulations. And a new government will bring a new line of strategy. I mean, we've already heard the Conservatives coming out yesterday. Labour's already come out as well and said how they want to fund additional 100,000 apprenticeships. But we're just like any other engineering manufacturing company in the region. Turbulence isn't new, especially over the last 4 or 5 years. We get our heads down, do what's needed to be done and continue driving forward. So turbulence isn't new, it's the new norm. So yeah, it's coming, but we'll take it on the chin and keep moving forward.
Get on with it, you got used to it, as you say. Listen, thank you so much for being part of the Shropshire Telford and Wrekin Apprenticeship Awards. Looking forward to seeing what kind of entries we get for the category, and then having a big celebration in Telford in October.
Yeah, really looking forward to it. We hope it gets great engagement. We're really encouraging our learners and employers to get involved, and let's celebrate everything that's out there. And it's not just the winners, it's celebrating everybody that puts themselves forward to get nominated. And yeah, looking forward to waving the flag for apprenticeships in the region.
And the apprentice employers as well, let's not forget them.
True, so.
Good to see you. Thanks a lot.
Cheers, Carl.